Hey everyone, thanks for joining us on our last day discovering the Peloponnese. You're just in time for some of our best discoveries. Sometimes all it takes is a small tip from a local that can turn a good trip into a great one. The entire point to visit this part of the Peloponnese was to visit the Dimitrios shipwreck and Vathi beach. But Georgia at Callisto Studio had other plans for us. And wow, she did not steer us wrong. From the picture-perfect Areopolis to the hidden coastal gems, this day in the Peloponnese became one of our absolute favorites, and a strong contender from our 25 days in Greece. Stay tuned because this is going to get interesting. We're now starting our fourth and final day of this Peloponnese adventure. Waking up by the beautiful seaside from the Callisto Studio, this studio-style room came with a refrigerator and kitchenette, yet no breakfast. So before leaving, we decided to chat with the office reception for some advice. Sure enough, we met Georgia, the one who spoke with Iria in Elphonissos when we asked about changing our reservation dates. We thanked her for making it happen and asked her her thoughts about our plans to visit Vathi Beach. I wasn't sure the one-hour trek would be worth the sights, and this being our last day in the Peloponnese, we wanted to finish it with a bang. But Georgia encouraged us to explore Areopolis and nearby treasures instead. She emphasized that Samos is the beach in the region and suggested that there was no need to drive all the way to Vathi, since there wasn't much there besides the beach anyways. Unfamiliar with the region, we took Georgia's advice about visiting the Areopolis quarters and quickly set out to find some coffee and a bite to eat. For now, let's just say that with her insider tips, we pivoted our plans, which couldn't have been a better choice. Keep watching as we show you the marvels we found. We hit the road, ready for a day of discovery. The GPS indicated 28 minutes to reach our destination. Our route started off winding through the scenic mountain villages. Perfect for those of you who love road trips with ever-changing views. And with a drive like this, how could we not pull over to take some photos, right? As we drove, it felt like we were stepping back in time, navigating roads that have been connecting villages and locals for centuries. The Peloponnese holds so many hidden gems, and today, we're ready to uncover a few more. Areopolis is a small village comprised of mostly pedestrian streets. So in order to access the village, you need to find parking on the outside and make your way in by foot. Having seen the difficulty in accessing the village, we opted to get coffee on the main road. Which is when we found Coffee Island. It was pretty cool. They seemed to specialize in coffee, and they had a few breakfast sandwich options. We ordered everything to go and found a parking space near the village entrance. Areopolis is a small but powerful town, deeply rooted in history. Named after Ares, the Greek god of war, this town played a major role during the Greek War of Independence in 1821. We found a quiet spot to enjoy our breakfast while gazing at the architecture. Stay tuned as we dig deeper into Areopolis in a few minutes. Our plan after breakfast was to head over to the Diros caves. The few parts of Areopolis village that we saw in the morning already captivated us. And we were sad to part with the village so soon. Yet Georgia told us the Diros caves sell out quickly and close early. So we planned to spend the morning at the caves and return to Areopolis in the afternoon. We got back to the car and programmed the GPS for the Diros caves. 15 minutes on the clock. Perfect. Although, Google had other plans for us. Again. What Google thought was a shortcut ended up being another classic dead end. Well, at least this one didn't feel as tight as our last experience in Elefonisos. Be sure to watch out for Google Maps tricks if you end up driving in the Peloponnese. We managed to find our way out of the supposed shortcut and found our way back on the highway. The views were quite spectacular on the way over to the caves. And as we got even closer, we were able to see the coastline and cliffs. It was truly a captivating scene, which got us teetering between stopping for pictures or continuing onwards to the caves. Finally, we saw the ticket office, which is when we pulled over. As we understand, there's a ticket office up the hill, but it's also possible to purchase tickets near the main entrance. The staff advised us we can continue driving down the hill and find parking on the side of the road. Alas, we arrived. This next stop took us underground, literally. As you just witnessed, this destination is just a short drive from Areopolis. And wait until you see the impressive showcase from nature. These caves are part of a network that stretches over 14 kilometers, though only a small portion is accessible to visitors. When doing our research of the Peloponnese prior to our visit, we noticed the region had many caves. Yet according to our in-depth online research, the Diros Caves are the only ones in the Peloponnese known for offering boat tours through their interior waterways. And the real magic happens when you step on the boat and glide through narrow waterways surrounded by stunning stalactites and stalagmites. The boat tour operator told us these formations took millions of years to form. There's a soothing silence inside the cave, broken only by the gentle dip of oars in the water. Adding a mystical effect and a sense of awe. In case you're wondering, this boat ride and beautiful piece of art from nature took roughly 20 minutes. We floated through approximately 1.2 kilometers of lake passages before completing the tour on foot through additional caverns. It's worth mentioning, the boat spaces are quite tight, and one small movement of the body would easily tilt and unbalance the boat. That said, it was a little scary at first, but once the boat operator found his groove, it was somewhat smooth sailing. These caves stand out not only for their boat access, but also for their breathtaking limestone formation and fascinating prehistoric history. At one point, we passed a chamber that was once used as a burial site during Neolithic times. An eerie reminder that this space has witnessed human presence for thousands of years. If you love adventure mixed with history, Diros Caves should definitely be on your list. Scratch that. If you love what you're seeing, then the Diros Caves should definitely be on your list. The boat docked, and the last part of the cave tour continued by foot. No one was there rushing us to the exit, so we took our time enjoying the intricate stalactite and stalagmite formations. The cave tour exited along the coast, offering us breathtaking views of the sea, which is when we took our time admiring the scene on our way back to the car. With the afternoon sun glowing overhead, we made our way towards a hidden beach recommended by Georgia. This spot, tucked away in a picturesque bay, felt like a well-kept secret. One we're going to keep just for those lucky enough to stumble upon it. If you want to know more about this destination, the Peloponnese in general, and other places we've been around in Greece, Ellie is preparing a comprehensive ebook that will soon become available for purchase. Once we arrived at this hidden location, it was somewhat easy to find parking. We then made our way to the waterfront turquoise waters, which lapped gently against the shore. It was a very picturesque location with a peaceful atmosphere, which made it the perfect place to relax, swim, and take in the beauty of the Peloponnese coastline. Instead of crowds, we found tranquility, with only a few locals scattered around. It felt like the perfect addition to our Peloponnese road trip. A hidden slice of paradise that you'll just have to discover for yourselves. We saw swimming sea turtles, which really made our afternoon. After some fun under the sun, we were anxious to head back to Areopolis to continue our discovery. Wow, this day felt like one adventure after another. Now heading back to Areopolis, and better prepared with our earlier incident with Google Maps. For those of you who've come this far, let's just say this hidden gem begins with the letter L, and it rhymes with infinity. Any guesses? Let us know in the comment section. Plus, you'll find it in our blog. Alright, enough with the riddles already. We decided to park in a dedicated parking space, which had no dead ends in sight. Located a short 5-minute walk to the village center. A bit of background about Areopolis. This village became a stronghold for Maniots, who are the fierce warriors who lived in the Mani Peninsula and were known for their independent spirit. Legend has it that this was one of the first towns to raise the flag of independence against the Ottoman Empire. Also, we heard whispers that Areopolis could be one of the oldest continually inhabited villages in Greece, and perhaps even Europe. Though this is difficult to verify the exactitude of that particular fact. It certainly felt ancient, with cobblestone streets, stone houses, and towers standing proudly against time. Walking through Areopolis, it's easy to imagine centuries of life unfolding here, each building, stone, and alley holding untold stories of struggle and triumph. This place feels like a living time capsule, and the best way to experience it is to wander without a plan. Even better, with an ice cream in hand. We strolled past cozy tavernas, past stone building houses with doors flung open, and paused to admire churches that look like they belong in a painting. The afternoon was starting to turn into evening, and we still had 3 hours to drive back to Tolo. Although it was really tempting to book an overnight stay in Areopolis, time permitting, we would have stayed in this village at least 2 nights. That'll just have to be for another trip. And hopefully, our video will get you excited to drive all the way here. And that wraps up our final day on the road through the Peloponnese. From the beautiful fortified village of Monemvasia to the impressive Samos Beach, Demetrios Shipwreck, Gytheio, and now historic streets of Areopolis, and the mesmerizing depths of the Diros Caves. Every turn on this trip has been an adventure. We've driven across mountains, discovered charming villages, and found secret beaches that make this region feel so special. And moments like these are exactly why we love traveling at our own pace. Like locals, with locals, no schedules, no stress, just discovery. With this road trip complete, our journey through the Peloponnese might be ending, but the memories will stay with us. Until the next adventure, stay curious, keep discovering, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find your own hidden treasures along the way. Welcome back, everyone. Wow, our 4th day on the road brought us to the beautiful village of Areopolis. And what a way to end this leg of the journey! We barely scratched the surface in the Peloponnese, and already we know that we could spend weeks discovering these hidden gems. But you know what they say, it's better to leave wanting more. Tonight, we're heading back to Tolo, with new memories and the promise of even more adventures to come in Greece. Areopolis definitely stole a piece of our hearts, and we have Georgia to thank for that. Thanks for watching our Peloponnese road trip, everyone. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and share our discoveries with others. Now, stay tuned for more of Greece next week. Until then, take care, keep on discovering, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye for now.